Hello, everybody. This is Wednesday, November 30th, 2011, and this is the premiere episode of Good Luck, Have Fun. This is episode 0. And I just want to start out the first episode by saying hello. This is primarily a StarCraft 2 show. I'm not going to have a lot of fancy graphics or anything like that. I'm not really prepared for that yet. So you might just be seeing this banner that's up on the screen right now showing, which is great. I might be flipping back and forth onto my actual desktop showing some stuff that's going on my computer just because I need some kind of showing of things. But I just wanted to say hello and thank you if you're going to be watching this. I know I'm going to be starting out small. A lot of people on places like Reddit have mentioned that they are looking for a show. Not necessarily TMZ, but a show that isn't tied down by advertisements and sponsors and things like that. And I thought, here's an opportunity for somebody such as myself to finally come out with a show that can be very biased, not very biased, but biased enough that we can stir some stuff up. I'm not a huge hater of things, but the big example of what brought all this about yesterday and the day before, I believe, was Slasher coming on and starting to talk about different items such as casters and players and things like MLG, which Slasher is definitely a part of MLG, showing things like DreamHack. That's actually the prime example right there. DreamHack Winter 2011 just happened this past weekend. And StarCraft, the StarCraft 2 Reddit kind of went off because in between there was an intermission. They started showcasing, Street Fighter and different games that were at DreamHack instead of just doing StarCraft. Which, love it or hate it, Slasher decided to come out and just lay it out, which is, really how Slasher is. And be like, guys, there's other esports out there. And, I kind of agree with them, but for people that are watching a StarCraft 2 game and to have their game hijacked by another game that they're not interested in, I can kind of see that going off in DreamHack's face. Now, granted, I'm also the kind of guy that will try and have some diversity in what we're trying to see. And I think DreamHack did what it did because they wanted to be able to try and expand it. StarCraft 2, the followers are huge right now. And let's see if I can find the picture while I'm talking here. StarCraft has come a long way since it came out of beta and launched last year. And it's kind of amazing because if we look at something such as this was the beginning of StarCraft at MLG last year. The beginning of it. And you just kind of see that and see how it's really changed. And then nowadays, StarCraft 2, you can't even get a seat. Now, somebody in the thread with that said, "Oh, how far we've come," um, also mentioned, they still can't get chairs at MLG for something like that. But now we take out a huge venue, um, and it's just crazy what we can do. And then somebody goes, "Oh yeah, it's just like the Call of Duty, how that looks now." And yeah, I mean, you look at Call of Duty, and you just see how many people are sitting at this main stage watching the game. It's just amazing how first person shooting has not really been that big of a deal lately. Of course, now I'm also going to be getting the Flamers coming back and saying, "Yeah, but you know what? Now the new Counter Strike's coming out, things like that." Yeah, I can see that. People follow new things and get through that. But I'm just looking at this and saying, it's amazing. And like I said, I'm focusing more on the role of StarCraft in this, and that's basically what this show is about. But but yeah, I just think we've come a long way, and just we're now at that point where StarCraft 2 has come so big that we're now starting to get a little bit more drama, I would say, and that comes out, and you can see that just with the caster issues and the player issues that have been coming out. People saying, "Oh, players are better, aren't getting treated as good as casters," and the casters coming back and saying, "You know what, though, we're not getting treated that well either. We have to come in on standby." Artosis gave this, and for you, anybody out there that really wants something heard, wants to hear something that has been really good. Last night's State of the Game, and I'll bring that up right now, was really great. I didn't get to listen to all of it. I kind of went to bed. JP starts this really late at night, at least East Coast wise, so I don't get to hear it too much. I sometimes just have to listen to the VOD the day after, hopefully the day after, which they've been really good, and they brought it out that night. So really great props to JP on that. But they had a really great discussion last night um, about that, and I was really hoping Day 9 would have been on there so that we could have heard his side of it as well, which hopefully sometime we will hear his side of that, because he's been a player and a caster. Of course, he was a player back in Brood War days, but we did get to hear Artosis' side of it, and he's been doing both sides. He has done both sides, rather. But I think a lot of people were hoping to hear Day 9 side of it. Of course, Huck came on, and there was a huge um, Twitter issue yesterday between Slasher and Huck, just going out, and it was amazing. I was watching. I got home from work, and I looked at my Twitter feed, and it was just like crazy. Um, I just couldn't help but laugh at the arguments going back and forth between everybody. But it's all in good fun. And again, on State of the Game last night, Huck was able to get on and talk about it with the guys, and be able to get some of his feelings out to the group and to all the viewers. Which State of the Game was getting over 10,000 views, which was great. Um, but I just want to know your thoughts out there, guys. What you guys are thinking about this, because of course, a lot of Redditors have already been saying what they want to say, and love or hate it, esports is here to stay, um, and so is StarCraft 2, which is great. I love StarCraft 2, but I would love to hear some of your thoughts about that as well. So yeah, again, this is episode 0 good luck, have fun. I'm just trying to get out there and kind of just ramble on by myself. I am probably going to look for somebody else to talk with this, which would be great. But for now, I'm just kind of getting that out there just to see how it is. Um, this was just one of the topics I had on my mind, and I thought it was great just to kind of use that as a stepping stone to get in here and just get my mouth moving. Um, so if there's any kind of topics that you would like me to talk about, I would gladly do that. Hopefully I can get a couple people watching this stream, and we'll see how it goes. But I just wanted to thank you all for watching, and we'll try and get a better